Hey everybody, Dan from Mandolins and Beer, and on this episode number 17, we'll be reviewing a beer by Lonerider from North Carolina, Sweet Josie Brown Ale. More importantly, we'll be playing a cool lick from Butch Baldassari on a tune off of his CD. The tune's called Minorsville. CD, New Classics for Bluegrass Mandolin. So let's get to it! The lick. The beer. This week's beer is a good one. Back to the brown ales. Sweet Josie Brown Ale. I don't have a bottle with me because I actually had it in a growler. The alcohol content, 6.1%, gets 85% from one of those beer review sites. It's won a bunch of awards. Gold Great American Beer Festival Award, Gold Carolina Championship of Beer. And this is the best part about the brewers now, though. Their head brewer has one every time he sees it on draft just to make sure it's tasting as good as it should. It's an excellent brown ale. It's malty. It's a little hoppy, but not too hoppy. Definitely not IPA hoppy. And it's not super duper strong, so you can maybe have one or two when you're playing your mandolin. Still, never drink and drive. Anyhow, great beer. I'll post a link to the website at the end of this video. But let's get to the breakdown. This week's lick comes courtesy of the late, great Butch Baldassari. This one was off of his New Classics for Bluegrass Mandolin, a song called Minorsville, and I'd forgotten all about it, and this is one of my books of licks that I've transcribed, and I came across this one, and man, I forgot how much I loved this CD. It was one of the first CDs when I first started playing mandolin. I went to Elderly Instruments in East Lansing, where I used to live. Michigan, not East Lansing. And I saw the book there, and the book was there. So I picked up the book, and the book's a really skinny little book. It doesn't really have any solos transcribed. So this lick, which is at the very end of Minorsville, I figured out by ear, and I love it. I love the lick, and it's kind of a weird progression. C minor, although the music I think is actually B flat, but the progression bounces from B flat to C minor to B flat and then to G, and it's really, really cool. It's got some great double stops, and it's got a cool little bluesy lick to end with. So we will break that down. So let's zoom in. All right. So this one starts off with some double stops. There's 2 per bar. The first position is going to be on your A string. It's going to be the D note, and on your D string, the A sharp. So D, A sharp, and the first position here, using your index finger and your ring finger. And when you're doing these double stops, you want to keep the wrist nice and loose. And you also, if you listen to the recording of Minorsville, he also alternates the volume. I don't know how much I can really do that with the speaker on this, but so the second double stop is going to be A sharp on the E string and F on the A string. So in this first bar, you're going to play 2 beats of the first one, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And again, I find on that one, it's easier for me to use my index finger and middle finger. And then we're going to slide down for the next one. It's going to be the G note, so the 3rd fret on your E string, and D sharp on your A string. So the same 2 fingers here are what I use, the index finger and my ring finger. And you're going to slide up to C and G, so C on the E string, and G, 10th fret on the A string. So those would be like this. And all together, what we've got, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to slide up now. I'm going to keep our index finger on this E string. We're going to go up to the 10th fret, the D note, and we're going to go up here to A sharp on the A string, which is going to be the 13th fret. And then you're going to slide back to a position that you did earlier on the A sharp and the F. So those are going to be. So what we have so far, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm trying to get that volume in there a little bit, so how he alternates the volume. So let's try that one more time, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the very last tiny bit of that lick is this really cool bluesy lick. He does 5 notes on the D note on the E string here on the 10th fret. He goes back to the C note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he goes from C to G, and then real quick from the A sharp to the B, slides up and ends on the G, which is also the last chord of the progression. So that real quick, nice and slow. And then all together, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And C minor chord. All right, and that's it for Mandolins and Beer this week. Once again, Mandolins and Beer stickers are available. Please subscribe to the videos. Just hit subscribe below there. If you want one of these stickers, email me at danielpatrickmusic@yahoo.com, and I'll tell you how you can get one. And also, as always, free tabs for these lessons are available at mandolinsandbeer.com. Cheers.